Maciej Masłowski was a Polish art historian. Biography. Masłowski was born in Warsaw. He was a son of a painter Stanislaw Masłowski and piano teacher Aniela Ponikowski. After graduating from in Warsaw, he studied at University of Warsaw, first history, and then art history. In 1931 to 1939 he worked in the Department of Fine Arts of the Ministry of Religious Affairs and Public Education, and at the same time as the manager of Mobile Art Exhibition and organizer of the Summer Institutes of Folk Arts at Abbey on Hucul region, 1938 in Zakopane on Podhale region, 1939. Since 1937, he was a delegate of the Polish Minister of Religious Affairs and Public Education to the Interministerial Committee on Folk Industry and Folk Art. In 1939 to 1945 he was artistic and scientific advisor to Society for the Protection of Folk Art in Warsaw. Between 1945–1946 he collaborated with the Polish National Institute of Fine Arts in Warsaw. In 1947 to 1949 he was a professor of College of Fine Arts in Warsaw, and in 1948–1949 the chief of the Institute of the Dissemination of Fine Arts in Warsaw, later transformed into the Central Bureau of Artistic Exhibitions, and then into the Zaketa National Gallery of Art. In 1948, he has been Polish Division Commissioner for the Biennale in Venice, and then, in 1949 the manager of the Polish Museum in Rapperswil in Switzerland. In the same year he was also Commissioner of Polish Painting Retrospective Exhibition in Prague in Czechoslovakia. Between 1950–1951 he was research professor in the National Institute of Art in Warsaw. During the communism oppression era, from 1951 he gave up a regular job, which has not afterwards returned. Trying to survive, he undertook various commercial activities and cultivated research and literary work at home in Podkowa. From 1933 he was married to Halina Klizinski. He had 2 children. He was buried in Pałki Cemetery in Warsaw in the family tomb. Major works: Henryk Gromberki, Studium Monographics na Warsaw 1936. Piotr Michalowski, Warsaw 1957 ed. S.Z. Tuka, Stanislaw Masłowski, Warsaw 1957 ed. S.Z. Tuka, Stanislaw Masłowski, Materiali Dezisuit Wzosy, Wrocław 1958 ed. Ocelinium, Marian Trzebinski, Pamiętnik Malaca, Wrocław 1958 ed. Ocelinium, Zygmunt Waleszewski, Warsaw 1962 ed. Arkady Dozicz Polski W. Obrazek, Warsaw 1962 ed. Arkady Studia Malowskiego Czechornego Statler W. Krakowi I Rimi, Wrocław 1964 ed. Ocelinium, Julian Fila, Warsaw 1964 ed. Arkady Malowski Zywot Józef Chelmonski Agard, Warsaw 1965 ed. PIW, 3rd ed. 2014 by Bellona Publishing House. Cyprian Godubski, Listy Ostus, Oprakawan I Krytykas na WSDEPI Komentarz, Kraków 1970 ed. Widornik to Litryki, Maximilian Jerimski I Jegozazi, Warsaw 1970 ed. PIW, Joseph Chelmonski, Warsaw 1973 ed. Origa, Widornik to Artystyczne Filmo, Piotr Michalowski, Warsaw 1974 ed. Arkady, Piotr Michalowski, Berlin 1974 ed. Henschel Verlag GESs, Julius Kossak, Warsaw 1984 ed. Origa Widorniktua artisteigsner I Filmo ISBN 8322102941.